listening to Angel Talk with Sue, with your host, Sue Broome. Sue, take it away.
Yay! Hello, Mark. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. It's Monday, and it is, oh my goodness, May 1st. Do you believe it? And today is one of the first days that it's going to be back up into, I think, in the high 70s, and I can't wait. I just want to go sit in the sun and just kind of soak it up. Everybody thinks I live in northern Arizona, so it's always hot, but it's not. Anyway, thank you for being here. And yes, I am Sue Broome, and you are listening to Thrive Talk Network. And every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, we have Angel Talk with Sue. Many times I have guests on many different topics. We've had a lot of fun people on, and sometimes you get just me. So today, yes, I do have a topic I'll be sharing in just a minute, but I wanted to make sure and let everybody know. If you wanted to call in, the call-in number is 321-445-1488, or you can Skype in, and the Skype number is the B Network, and it's BEE, or you can use the web chat, which is available on thrivetalknetwork.com. So all of those work, and I am taking your calls today, and I'll take your calls on anything, but it'll be nice if it's attached to the topic, but it doesn't have to be, because you guys still don't know what the topic is. And I'm going to keep you in suspense a couple minutes longer. I wanted to thank everyone, all of the vendors that we had and all of the attendees for the Spirit in Motion Expo that we had up here in Prescott on Saturday. It was a phenomenal event. Every single time I do these, and this was our fifth one here in Prescott, they energize me. There's so many awesome connections I make with not only other vendors, but with the attendees, whether they're coming to me for a reading or a healing. I had somebody, it was so funny because I was doing readings and another vendor brought somebody over and she goes, "Sue, what did you do for that lady down in Phoenix at the Purple Lotus event that had a migraine? Because this lady is getting a migraine." I said, "Okay, come on over, sit down." And we chatted for a couple minutes and just allowed the angels to do their work and the energy to flow. And she walked away in about 5-7 minutes, and it was night and day, she said. So things like that, they all happen for a reason. I talked to a few people yesterday that were attendees, and they said it felt very peaceful when they walked in, and it felt like coming home. So that says a lot for all of the vendors that were there, as well as all of the attendees coming, because you bring your energy to the mix of things also. We had some phenomenal speakers as well, different lectures that were going on. So hopefully y'all learned something or got something out of all of the lectures that were going on. And also our night event with Moselle did have to be canceled because of a family emergency. So we do send angels and healing and love to Moselle and her family. So wanted to make sure and let everyone know that as well. Now, speaking of expos, I am also teaming up with Diane Garris, and some of you that have been doing any kind of fairs in the state of Arizona in this area, you may know who Diane was, because she was doing fairs many years ago, like 10 years ago maybe, and that's how I met her. I did a Tucson fair with her, and I did one of the Phoenix psychic fairs, and then she got out of the biz for a bit, and now her and I are hooking up, and we are doing, get this everybody, Casa Grande Holistic Expo.com. So Casa Grande and Grand, how people say it differently, it's Grande, holisticexpo.com. Go out there, check it out, see if you're interested in signing up to be a vendor or if you're interested in coming as an attendee. And if you have friends that are interested, share. Yes. We also have a Facebook page already called Casa Grande Holistic Expo. So you can find us on Facebook very easily that way as well. So we've already got some exciting vendors signed up, and we're getting a night event planned. I'm not going to open the bag on that yet, but we're getting that planned. So exciting news ahead. The other thing that I do want to tell everyone and share with you is, if you haven't had a chance to listen to Meditate with the Angels, it's on Thrive Talk Network every single day at 7 a.m. Eastern. And the replays are on my website. I have a link back to where you can find them, as well as there is a tab on Thrive Talk Network called Meditate with the Angels. These are short meditations. I mean, they're really between 12 to 17 minutes. They are using the integration cards created by Diane Garris. And this is a deck of cards that the more you listen to these meditations, yes, you will absolutely meditate. Don't let the term meditate. If you're not a meditator, don't let that term scare you. But these meditations that I do, I pull a card when I'm on the phone with Mark. He doesn't know what card I'm picking. I don't know what card I'm picking, but the angels do. And I go into a channeled meditation, a channeled message. So you can listen to this. Yes, you will feel relaxed. I would almost guarantee that you get some kind of healing out of it. And the more you listen to them, meaning if you listen to them every single day or multiple times in a week, the more you listen to them, the higher your vibration is going, as well as the more open you're going to be. So that's pretty phenomenal. And that was something when Mark and I first talked about this, boy, that was not something that I expected out of these, but that is what's happening. If anyone would like to share any of their experiences about Meditate with the Angels, I would love to hear it. So, in fact, I just flipped over a card, and the card is 8C Continuation. And it's the 8th chakra, going really, really deep with the 8th chakra. And this angel is reaching, far reaching. She's reaching with her arms. And she's reaching for the stars. You can see that there's stairs there. It's an absolutely beautiful card. And the 8th chakra is pretty darn high. So what that says to me, everybody, is first off, you might want to go back to the January 30th. That's when we recorded the 8C continuation. But it's also something that it's a confirmation for me that the more you listen to them, the further you're going to be reaching in your spiritual journey, on your spiritual journey. So awesome. Well, thank you for let me go on about all of that. Now I want to get to our topic. It's funny because, sometimes I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. I try to plan it so you guys can plan accordingly. But today I wasn't sure. Yesterday I was asking and I wasn't getting what it was. This morning it was very clear to me. So the blog that I actually did that went out today, and you can find my blogs on SueBroome.com, or my business name is Empowerment, the number 4U, empowerment4u.com. They both go to the same place. And the blog today is, typically my blogs are messages from the angels. And I just allow them to speak through me, and then that's what comes out. And it's been loud and clear lately, and it's still loud and clear about fears. Fears that we have that show up in many different ways. Because you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't have any fears going on. What is she talking about? She doesn't know what she's talking about, that angel talk lady. It's like, okay. Let me just give you a couple examples. If someone in your life is leaving you And when I say leaving you, it may be something that, maybe there's a friend that you've had in your life for a long time, and you just see them less and less and less, or you talk to them less and less and less, or you seem that they have less time for you. Maybe it's a relationship, a romantic relationship, and the person feels like they're pulling away. Maybe your child is approaching the age where they're going to move out, go off to college, whatever it is. So there's a fear that comes up that you might not even be able to language, but it's the fear of abandonment. When someone dies, hey, fear of abandonment I can speak loud and proud about, because that's something that I have come here to this lifetime to learn about. When I was I was 7 years old. My grandpa died. When I was 8 years old, my brother died. When I was 13, my mom died. By the time I was 25, I had no grandparents and both my parents and a sibling who had already passed. So fear of abandonment comes up quite a bit for me, and it, you work on it, you work on it, you work on it. And that's awesome. You learn something new. You learn different coping mechanisms. You learn different tools as you go along on your journey. Your spiritual journey is all about learning these different tools as you're going along life. There was a woman, this was so cool. There was a woman that came to me for a reading at the expo on Saturday. And she'd been waiting. And she sat down, and it was about 5 to 1. She sat down and she picked out the cards she wanted. And then she said to me something about she had a daughter who passed 19 years ago, and she just really is still struggling. And I looked at her and I said, oh my goodness, there is a talk that is starting right now that you need to go to. She goes, really? And I said, yes, it's on grief. And she said, it is? So I show her, and it's about a woman who incorporates clay in with grief. So it's very unique. And Eve Alton is the person that was speaking. And I don't know Eve that well, but I love her energy. And so it's like, okay, I told this woman, I said, I'm going to walk you in there right now. You can come back and get a reading from me at 2:00, but I'm going to walk you in there right now. So I walked her in there, and when she came back to my table at 2:00, she was a different person. She had this whole weight lifted off her. She was smiling. She was laughing. Totally different person. That has to do with grief, the fear of abandonment, because she's left here in this 3D world. Her daughter left her 19 years ago. Now, of course, I don't believe that they're gone. They're just in a different dimension. They're still here. But she has to get to that point. Even, I'll go a little bit further on this story. So this time she comes back, she picked the original deck and then a second deck, which, okay, she thought she had picked both of them the first time, but she hadn't. And I pulled the cards, so we flipped the cards and we're talking for a couple minutes, and it's like 10 minutes into the reading. Flipped over this card and it was Hello from Heaven. And so I'm looking at her and I said, so have you gotten any signs from your daughter today? She looks at me and she's thinking and she goes, no, I don't think so, Sue. And I thought she was kidding. So I look at her, I said, you are so full of shit. And I start laughing. And she goes, what do you mean? And I pick up the card. I said, Hello from Heaven. She goes, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice. I didn't even recognize. So her daughter is still here. This fear of abandonment, the love still shines through in the signs that they're coming through. So it's just truly amazing. Let me talk about a couple other fears. What about if there's somebody that's doing something that you would like to do and maybe your skills aren't quite there, or maybe you're afraid to put yourself out there? Or maybe you think somebody has something that you want, that, some material item. Well, these are, competition, envy, jealousy. These all come up. And these, if you boil them down, they are all fear. Yep, folks, they are. I'm afraid that I'm not worthy, or I'm afraid I'm not good enough, or I'm afraid I can't have that thing, that material thing, or I'm afraid I can't have the love of my life show up in my life. These are all fears that show themselves in different ways, but when you boil it down, it truly is fear, afraid of something. Because really, there's only two emotions in this world. There's fear or there's love. So, yes. What about if you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring? This shows itself up as worry. But really, all worry is you're worried about or afraid about tomorrow. Guilt. All guilt is I'm afraid, feel bad about what happened yesterday. They're both, boil them down, they're both fear. There was somebody I did a reading for this weekend too, that the word guilt, the guilt card came up in one of the decks I have. And it was, it was the first card. And sometimes when it's the first card like that, it is in your face. And as we're going through the reading tonight, I had no idea what he was talking about. And when he walked away, I still had no idea what he was dealing with. But it was very obvious to me that he's been tearing himself up inside over something. So very interesting, very interesting. What about if you do something that you think is, oh my gosh, I did this fantastic thing and I want to make sure that everybody recognizes it. And, you call a friend and you say, yeah, I just wanted to share something and, this is what I did. And they go, oh, yeah, that's nice. Or you're working with people, back when I was in the corporate world and you come up with this whole thing and it's like, oh yeah, look what he did. Look at what he did. And it's like, oh yeah, that's great, Sue. And they just are not sharing the excitement that you are. Well, what about the fear of not being acknowledged? Absolutely. What about, hey, I like being acknowledged for different things. And sometimes it really boils down to we have to create our own list. So when we are not getting the acknowledgement, the atta girl Sue from anybody else, that we can pull out our list and it's like, wow, you know what? I have done a lot of awesome things and I appreciate and I acknowledge who I am and what I bring to the table. Yeah, because it all boils down to us. And many times when we're looking for that acknowledgement, it's because deep down we don't feel worthy. We don't feel like we deserve. Again, fear. Yep, fear once again. Here's a good one. This one, I'm going to leave you with this one and then we're going to take a break. So I'm just going to say it and you guys can think about it and I'll finish up when we come back. But how about you don't do something or you do something because you want to make sure that so-and-so likes you, so-and-so sees you, or you don't do something because you're afraid that what somebody else is going to say. You do it or you don't do it. And you're thinking more about the other people, the other person. So I'll tell you what I have to say about that, and then we'll come up with the answer to all this fear. You are listening live to Angel Talk with Sue on Thrive Talk Network every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we will be right back after this short message. Thank you.
Hi, this is Jay Grace, and I'm really excited about a new show with our host, Sue Broome. Her show is Angel Talk with Sue, and it's going to be Mondays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Her debut is this coming Monday, so join her. Thank you.
In these challenging times, everyone needs a little guidance. The Virtual Psychic Fair is a once-a-month special online event where you can get the expert guidance you seek. Visit us at the Virtual Psychic Fair, www.virtualpsychicfair.com, or call toll-free at 888-626-7386.
Hi, this is Jay Grace, creator and host of Thrive with Jay Grace. This is a live variety talk show program that I'm very excited to produce for you. It's all about entertaining and always encouraging you to live the thriving life that you deserve. Remember, that's Thrive with Jay Grace, Thursdays live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it is your time to thrive.
And you're back with Angel Talk with Sue. Sue.
I'm here.
Take it away.
Take it away. I know there's that long pause. Thank you, Mark. Yes, welcome back, Sue. Welcome back, everybody, to Angel Talk with Sue. And so I'm talking about fear today, and I left you with what other people think. We are so afraid so many times in our life about what are people going to think. And this is something that comes up over and over. I know there's people that, you get to a point, it's like, oh no, I'm good. I'm feeling confident, and I can do what I want, and I can say what I want, and I feel good. And I don't care what, the neighbors are going to say. I don't care what my parents are going to say. And then all of a sudden, the universe shows you something. And it's like, dang, I'm right back here. Keep in mind when, as you're learning the tools along your spiritual journey, it's like an onion. And yes, there's layers. So you peel back. You learn something to help you deal with it this time. And then the universe has to say, as it does, are you sure? Did you really learn that? You think you learned it? Let me give you another lesson. But the one thing, just like an onion, when you get deeper within, the layers, it gets smaller, still layers, but the layers are maybe a little bit thinner. The intensity level may go up. However, you may pass through it much quicker this time, because of the tools. And that's something that you really do need to acknowledge within yourself. Because if there's something that came up, the same thing that came up, 6 weeks ago, and Mark and I were just talking about Mercury retrograde almost being done. Well, what Mercury retrograde really is about is the universe saying, hey, rewind just a little bit. Relook at this. What were you going through 6 weeks ago? What were you going through further back? Did you really learn it? And the universe is giving you an opportunity to relook at it and see if you really did learn it. And you'll notice that maybe you moved through it a little bit quicker this time. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty darn cool. So Mark is telling me that we have a web question.
Yes, ma'am. Alrighty. And this one is from Lexi44. Hi, Sue. I have a particular problem with fear for some time. Now that you bring it up, maybe I should talk about it. I lost my son 3 years ago. I do not know if I'll ever be over it. My fear of loss is running over with how I treat my daughter. And I know it's choking her. I know I have to let her live and grow, but I am so afraid of losing her. How do I overcome my fear?
Wow, Lexi 44, what a great question, because, it really goes, okay, so this is so awesome. From the lady that I was sharing about that had lost her daughter 19 years ago, when she came back to me for the reading, before I told her she was full of shit, but as we were talking, one of the things that we talked about was that she is so afraid that if she is not feeling the pain, that she'll forget her daughter. And so what I told her, and this is a great exercise for you, Lexi, because this is something that you can do right now. I mean, as soon as we're done with the radio here, you can sit down and do this. And it's actually something, there's a couple different ways that I think you could do it. Now, I don't know how old your daughter is, but you can pick a memory of your son, a very happy memory, and go back into the memory and relive it as best as you can. So bringing in the sights and the sounds and all of the things that you were feeling. If there was anything that, any music that was playing or any noises in the background, bring all of that back into the mix of it. Bring it into the memory and just allow the memory to relive itself. And you may feel tears, and that's okay, because our emotions are meant to be in motion. So allow them to flow if that's what comes. But the reason I say pick a happy memory, because obviously there are going to be tears of joy as well as tears of letting him go into the dimension that he's in. But the tears, it allows us to move into a different place. The tears flow as we are flowing from this space of pain into this space of, oh, you know what? He is still here. I can go into this memory and I can feel him. I can smell him. It feels like he's right here and I can touch him. Now, the other piece of it that I think your daughter can help. Now, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how old your daughter was when he passed, but you can also bring in a memory and spend time with your daughter doing, you can call it a meditation or you can call it a memory. It's like, let's go through this memory together. So the two of you are sitting there, well, what do you remember about this day? And what do you remember? And what were you feeling? And what was going on? Because then the two of you can build on a memory that you already shared together with your son, but you can also expand on it, and you will each get maybe some new nuggets of memory that you didn't have before. And it helps bring in the happiness. It helps bring in when we go into this present moment, just like I was talking about the worry and the guilt, those are different times. When we go into this present moment and are bringing in memories, bringing in our imagination, it's right now. It's happening right now. And it's something that I think the more that you can share this love that you have for your son, that you have for your daughter, and that the three of you shared, it will help you with where she's at now. And I'm not saying letting go of her, but releasing the tight hold that you feel like you're having. So if you think about, and this is for everybody, if you think about times in your life, now the different things that I was going through, let me pick one. Competition, jealousy, any of that. If you've had that aspect of fear going on in your life, now think about a time when you could have potentially been in a situation where you felt that, but you didn't. What was different about you? Oh, you know what? You felt confident. You felt loved. You felt safe. You felt like you were worthy. You felt like you deserve. So the more, Lexi, that you bring in this loving feeling, the more you are going to feel confident. The more you are going to feel like everything is the way it is. Everything is okay the way it is. Everything just is. And through this, even Lexi, through this, you just got the answer to all of this fear. The answer to fear is love. So if you are in a place of, I'm afraid to let my daughter, to loosen the grip because I lost my son, the more you can bring love into the mix, the grip loosens because you feel confident. You feel loved coming back from her as well. So that's something that the three of you can share, and that's something that you can do yourself. Like I said, you can do it right now. So Lexi, I hope that that helps. I love that. And I don't know where you are in the world, Lexi, but I am more than happy if you were to send me a Facebook message, if you can track me down that way, or if you want to send me an email at sue@suebroome.com. I'm more than happy to send you a copy of my book. And I have some awesome bookmarks that I give away. I have them printed by the thousands because they're a beautiful poem that was given to me by loved ones. So if you want to do that, I am more than happy to do that, Lexi. Thank you. And I'd love to hear your response if you're still listening.
Actually, Sue, she just responded and she thanks you, and she's going to sit with her daughter tonight and try the exercise.
Awesome. Thank you, Lexi. And I love to hear how it goes. It's, it's so interesting because this woman that was, I was reading for this weekend, I literally, I could see the transformation with her. And I know that she wasn't living her life. And that's what happens to a lot of us. It's like, no, I feel like I can't move. I can't go on because I'm just gripped in this fear over a loss of someone. And just shifting it, it's like, wow, they're really right here. You can bring them into your day anytime that they, your mom in this case, isn't standing next to you and touches the back of your head to give you a thought to have about your mom, and then there goes the butterfly. Because they're standing there, it's like, okay, the butterfly's on its way. Oh my gosh, I got to touch her right now. How do you know which came first? We don't. Did they reach out and let us know that they're near, or were we just thinking of them?
And Sue, I'm sorry, we're going to have to go on break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, this is Jay Grace, and I'm really excited about a new show with our host, Sue Broome. Her show is Angel Talk with Sue, and it's going to be Mondays, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Her debut is this coming Monday, so join her. Thank you.
In these challenging times, everyone needs a little guidance. The Virtual Psychic Fair is a once-a-month special online event where you can get the expert guidance you seek. Visit us at the Virtual Psychic Fair, www.virtualpsychicfair.com, or call toll-free at 888-626-7386.
Hi, this is Jay Grace, creator and host of Thrive with Jay Grace. This is a live variety talk show program that I'm very excited to produce for you. It's all about entertaining and always encouraging you to live the thriving life that you deserve. Remember, that's Thrive with Jay Grace, Thursdays live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, because it is your time to thrive.
And we're back with Angel Talk with Sue on Thrive Talk Network. Sue, take it away.
Okay, everybody, I'm laughing. So all of a sudden, Skype kind of gives you this noise, and it's like, okay, well, I can't tell, Mark, do we have another web question or what? And it's kind of bouncing on the screen, and then all of a sudden he comes back and he goes, yeah, we lost you. So the reason I'm laughing, this is so funny, this has happened. So I'm going to do a request. Okay, whoever's loved ones may be messing with the connection, please don't do that. Find another way to get our attention. Thank you very much. Because yes, I do think, and the reason I say that, it doesn't happen to me by myself a lot, but it happens when I am doing something live. I did a talk, maybe a month ago. I think it was a month ago, maybe 2 months already, on signs from your loved ones. And it was a Facebook Live for the virtual psychic fair. So you can still see it. You can go out to the virtual psychic fair on Facebook. You can see this about 6 minutes in, and we're talking about loved ones and the signs that they send us. All of a sudden, it goes gone. And I say it goes on because it's like my iPad didn't just shut out of Facebook, it shut off. And it's like, of course I start laughing. So I have my laptop going and I'm trying to let everybody know I'll be back in a minute, getting my iPad back up, and away we go. It was fine. I had to start a second version of Facebook Live, but it was perfect. It was definitely loved ones trying to get their message through because, like I said, like I was telling Lexi 44, and I've told all of you before, they are here. It's not they're gone somewhere in some other place. Other dimensions are right here with us. Absolutely right here with us. So thank you. Whoever that was trying to get our attention. And if you have somebody that you think it might have been this person, I can guarantee it was that person adding their energy to the mix of disconnecting with Thrive Talk. Now, yes, we could blame it on Mercury in retrograde too, but I think it's a combination of both. But now I'm going to go back to, yes, the answer. Okay, everybody, the answer for any fear is love. Whether it's a person that you are feeling jealous, competition, or somebody that the envy, the green-eyed monster of envy, or you're afraid of what other people are going to say about you, send love to the situation. Ask the angels to send love to it. Now, how do you do that? It's like if you have a situation, whatever it is, you can imagine it as this entity or this blob in front of you, or you can pick, like I have a beautiful rock in front of me. I can imagine that rock is the situation. And I can ask the angels, I can ask the divine, I can ask the universe, I can ask all of my guides to please send love and understanding and compassion to the situation at hand, whatever it is. And just feel the difference as you're doing that. And you can do that for as long as you want. And then let it go. Just allow the loving energy to soak in. This goes for other people as well. Keep in mind, even energetically, everyone has their own free will. So, for instance, if I have a friend that is having a very rough time, but they don't believe in any of this stuff, any of this woo-woo stuff, as they say, let's just say I could ask the angels absolutely to send them love. I could send them love. I could send them healing. I could ask the angels to. And if on an energetic basis they decide not to accept it, it's their call. It's their life. Because everyone is where they are. You're on your spiritual journey. They are on theirs. Now, mothers, I believe, mothers and fathers, parents, you always can send angels to your kids. Always. Now, something else too that, and this works awesomely for if you're driving down the highway and somebody cuts you off, angels, go watch over him and anybody that's around him because they're driving like a crazy person. You can do that, which I typically do. Or you can also say, hey, angels, would you let that person's guardian angels know to surround them with extra love? Because one of the things that our guardian angels will do is, yes, they'll watch over us. And if we are in a situation where it is not our time to leave this earth, and we're in a situation where it's looking a little precarious, which I'm sure you've all had, our guardian angels will help us with that. So, yes. So going back to the fear really is an illusion. That's all it is. It's trying to teach us. It's trying to teach us. One of the things I'm going to talk, the fear and the guilt and the worry that boil down to fear that I was talking about earlier. When we are spiraling, and that's a really good word because some people really do spiral. They get kind of going in this a way that they just feel like they can't get out of. But when you're spiraling like that, if you stop and breathe, yes, I said the word breathe, and allow your breath to bring in love. Use the word love as your mantra. Or repeat to yourself, I am breathing in love. I am breathing out love. That will shift that quickly, in the blink of an eye. That's what the angels told me, blink of an eye. So that's something that you can do. And that's something that you have control over right this minute. Let your worries go. Let your fear of anything go. How many of you are always worried about, what is that person going to say? Well, you know what? Who cares? Because what other people think about you or say about you is none of your business. That's right. What other people say or think about you is none of your business. When someone is coming at you from whatever place they're coming from, it's about them, not about you. So wherever you are on your spiritual journey, when you have fear rise up, let it go and bring in love. That's right, bring in love. Okay, some of you recognize this sound. I am pulling a card. I'm shuffling the cards. Can you hear that, everybody? I'm shuffling the cards. Shuffling the cards, and the cards I'm shuffling, I'm going to pull one from both the integration cards and one from the cup of tea. I feel like we all need to get this before we go into a meditation. All right. Oop, there it is. Did you hear it flip? Okay. Oh, I love it. I love it. So the integration card that comes up, it's number 2, the letter C. So it's going deep, deep, deep. But number 2 is the second chakra, and the word on it is power. Power. And what's really funny, okay, you're going to laugh. The color on this is total orange, a little bit of yellow, but the yellow is actually orange. And I'm wearing orange today. And orange is not a color that I typically wear, but every once in a while it will come out. The other thing that is so funny, I wanted to read something to you. It's called Feel Our Presence from the Angels. It's a message that was given to me quite a while ago, and I have them as bookmarks. And the flower on it is a rose, and it's totally orange. I will take a picture and make sure and post that on Thrive Talk after this. Okay, so I'm shuffling the Oracle of Tea to see what kind of blend we're going to have, and it's probably going to come up as orange tea. If it does, I'm just going to laugh. I don't even know if there's an orange tea card in here, but it makes sense. All right, so nothing's popping, but that card wants to come. I gotta see, just in case. Oh no, this is the one that I have a hard time pronouncing. It's the ACAI. I can't remember. It's Aki. No, I'm saying it wrong. I can't remember what it's called, but it's ACAIT. And what it says on here is a big idea. What will you do? Okay, so I love this. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. I love how this works. So the 2C, power, is the second chakra, and it's very, very deep. The picture on the postcard, on the bookmark that says Feel Our Presence of the rose, is really the inside of the rose. So both of these were going deep within. Second chakra has our sexual energy. It also has our creativity. And then we have the T that comes up, a big idea. What will you do? Now, this tells me that every single person that is listening right now, and it doesn't, when I say right now, doesn't matter whether you're listening live or on replay, you have something stirring within you. You have the power to make it happen. And what is it that you can do about it? What will you do? If you take some action steps, but the other thing that you can do, going back to the topic at hand, if you're afraid of it, what are you going to do about it? You're going to send love to it. You have a big idea, and maybe it's not even fully formulated yet, but something is starting to stir. Yes, send a little love to it. Ask the angels to send a little love to it. Ask your guides to send a little love to it. Send a little energy to it. And then just go about your day and watch it unfold. Now, of course, if there are some action steps that you're feeling, you definitely want to take those action steps. It's like, just this new adventure with Diane down in Casa Grande. That's like, we've been talking about this, and we looked at it for earlier in the year, and we decided to wait. And you know what? It just dawned on me, I didn't even give you the date. Casa Grande Holistic Expo.com or Facebook page, September 23rd of this year. So that was our powerful idea that we fed into it. So yes, I will take pictures of these cards, but pay attention. Allow the creativity that's within you to grow. Absolutely. Yes. And as we go into this meditation, I'm going to read this beautiful, beautiful message from the angels. So thank you, everyone, for listening, and thank you, Lexi44. I'd love to hear how it goes with your daughter. And like I said, if you want to send me a Sue at SueBroome.com, I'm more than happy to send you signs from your loved ones. So everyone, take a couple of deep breaths as you're getting settled in. A deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, in and out. And one more, in and out. And if you haven't already, go ahead and close your eyes and get very comfortable in your spot. Notice all the stresses from your body just washing away. Just allow them to just be released. Anything that no longer serves you. And let's bring in the love of the divine through your crown chakra. This connection is always there. All we're doing is focusing and expanding and strengthening. The love of the divine comes in and fills up every cell of our being, anchoring and connecting with our love at our heart. Yes, you'll notice we have divine love. We have our love, because love is the answer. And allow this divine energy, this divine love. You might see it as a color. You might see it as white. You can see it whatever you see is right for you. Allow it to flow all the way through your body, down and out through your feet, going deep down into Mother Earth, sending her our love and the divine love, and then allowing her energy to come up through our feet chakras, connecting at our heart, and up and out through your crown chakra. You might feel the energy running. It might feel like tingles or warmth or a rush of air, and you might not notice anything, and that's okay for you. So we're going to bring in this beautiful poem from the angels. It's called Feel Our Presence With You Now. We are in the soft touch of a breeze on your face. We are in the warm feeling you feel from the sun. We are in the quiet times of the day. We are in the soft space in between each breath. We are your angelic team. We are your cheering section. We answer your questions. We come when you ask. We notice your sparkle, your beautiful light. You are so loved. Call upon us, your angels. Your angels are here to help you release the fears, learn the tools, bring in the love. Now, just me reading that, you may notice. Maybe you have a feeling on your face that you didn't notice before. Or maybe you're feeling there's more love coming from you, within you, around you, than you noticed before. Our angels are like that. Our loved ones are like that. They just allow our love to expand that much more. Yes, we have the power within to bring love into everything that we are creating. And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with it? Bring more love into the situation. Bring more love into your day. Whether you're sending it to other people, whether you're sending it to yourself, whether you're doing a meditation, memory, imagination, visualization with a loved one that's here in the physical or in another dimension. We can bring love to any situation when we shine a little love on something that we're afraid of. We see more light and a little less fear. It either totally disappears or it lessens. That's right. So feel our presence. Feel the presence of your angels helping you as you go about your day, bringing in more love. Bringing in more love no matter what it is that you're doing. If you're by yourself, if you're in a group, if you're building something, if you're creating. This creation that's brewing within you, it's something deep inside. And it may not even be something that you're fully aware of yet. But there's something about it that is very deep. Something about it that feels light and expansive. And something about it that feels like home. Feels very familiar. That's what's brewing deep within. So what will you do with it? Feed love. Let go of the fear. Shine a little light on it. So in this beautiful space you're in today, along your spiritual journey, you have the answer to everything, because love is the answer. So really feel that within, and slowly come back to your bodies, wiggling your hands and toes, feeling only love. Taking a deep breath, anchoring in the love, feeling it within your body. And whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes, knowing that you are even more love than you were before. You've been listening to Angel Talk with Sue on Thrive Talk Network every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And listen to Meditate with the Angels 7 a.m. Eastern on Thrive Talk Network every day. And you have a blessed week. Angel blessings to you, everyone. Thank you.